Who's the leader of the pack, bringing legacy to you? Legacy, it's true. Stand up, gear up, join the fight. We're as fierce as we can be. With grit and might, we claim the night. We're the Legacy. Legacy Club. Legacy Club. Strong and unbreakable. Warriors with fire inside. In our hearts, we're invincible. Legacy Club.
And we're here. And we're here. I held my breath. I don't know why, but I did. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Legacy Club. The Legacy Club. That's not as good as our theme song, but you know that the theme song is actually the second theme song that was ever developed, crafted. Maybe I should start using the first one too. Maybe I should just start. I have the ability to just pump out a new Legacy Club theme song every episode. So maybe we'll have some fun with that, and we'll be just kooky kids. There'll be a whole album of theme songs for this podcast. Volume 1, Volume 2. I unfortunately really like that idea, and I think I might. Next episode, maybe at the end of this episode, I'll play the first iteration of the Legacy Club theme song. This one, the one you just heard, is called the Legacy Club March, like the Mickey Mouse Club March. I think the other one was just called the Legacy Club. So, man, it is dry in my house because it is cold outside, and it's affecting my voice and my cough, and it's just... But we're here. We're here today to remember... I was going to give a eulogy, but I'm not anymore. That's a bad idea. We're going to talk about... We're going to deep dive. This is a retrospective episode on lesser known Disney characters. And today, this is an episode I've wanted to do for quite a while. I like this character. I like this character a lot. And there's one particular short where he's picking up trash with like the snail on the stick, not the snail on the stick, because that would be ineffective, with the nail on the stick, and he picks up the trash and puts it in the bag, and he goes, dun, dun. I think. I don't know if that's the melody, but dun dun is definitely in there. All right, so my bad. Should have done a little more digging when I initially recorded this, but since I haven't posted it yet, I'm able to fix an issue. So that song, the little ditty I referenced earlier about the that song, it's actually like a pretty important piece of Humphrey the Bear lore. So despite appearing late into the lifespan of Walt Disney Productions' shorts department, Humphrey skyrocketed in popularity after his inception. He became the final character to headline his own cartoon series, beginning with Hooked Bear. His only other starring cartoon, In the Bag, received wider acclaim and introduced the Humphrey Hop. The character was quickly integrated into broader Mickey Mouse cast. Okay, so the Humphrey Hop. It's important. Humphrey Hop is a song featured in the 1956 Humphrey the Bear cartoon In the Bag. The song is performed by Audubon Woodlore in an attempt to motivate the Brownstone Park Bears into cleaning. There you go. needed to do that. Disney released a version of it with similar instrumentation and different vocals as a single, the Humphrey Hop. The song was also used in the House of Mouse episode Humphrey in the House, performed by Corey Burton as Woodlore. A version with altered lyrics was sung by Mater in Cars 3. Huh. Another version with altered lyrics is sung in The Wonderful Autumn of Mickey Mouse. The lyrics. First, you stick a rag, put it in the bag, bump, bump. Then you bend your back, put it in the sack, bump, bump. That's the way it's done. It's a lot of fun, bump, bump. Cutting capers, putting papers in the bag. There you go. I'd be remiss if I didn't take the time to add that little piece to our Humphrey retrospective. So now officially, I can say this was everything you didn't know, you wanted to know about Humphrey the Bear. Okay. Back to me. Carry on. Dunt dunt is like the key part of that, musical gag. So I'm talking about none other than Humphrey the Bear. And I know you've seen Humphrey if you watch old Disney cartoons. He's not one that I'm aware of to have a substantial presence at the Disney parks that I'm aware of. There are two very theme suiting resorts at both Disneyland and Disney World where he would be a great mascot. So no, I don't know. We're gonna find out though. I'm talking about the Wilderness Lodge. I think that's what it's called at at Disney World. And then the Grand Californian, I believe is what it's called at Disneyland. Very wildernessy, foresty themed hotels, resorts, what have you. So there's no reason not to use a very foresty character. Makes sense to me. But let's dive into it. There's the burp. Like clockwork. Not like clockwork, because it happens at different points within the podcast, but without fail. I think that's what I wanted to say. Okay. Okie dokie. I've considered having AI write the episodes, so I'm not just reading off of Disney Wiki and stuff like that, because you can go do that yourself. But I didn't do that for this episode. That's what I'll be reading off of today. But I think that's a good utilization of ChatGPT. Like, hey, ChatGPT, can you write me a synopsis? I don't know how long it would be, but can you write me something about this character utilizing these reference points? And yeah, then it would be something that you can't read anywhere else, right? Right. I think I might do that too. I don't think it's cheating. I just think it's utilizing tools that are available, like a smart person. That's like getting mad at somebody using a hammer. Back in the day when they used to punch nails into walls, they used to put the nail up and pop, pop. It's historically accurate. It's fact. Look it up. Humphrey the Bear. I gotta. This camera shake is bugging me, but it looks like somebody's handheld. Maybe that's it. Maybe I've made this better for me. Where it's like somebody has handheld and they're shooting this like a movie or something. Okay, I'm good with it now. I keep hitting something that's making noise though. I don't know what it is. Okay. Humphrey the Bear is a cartoon character created in 1950 at Walt Disney Animation Studios. He first appeared in 1950. In the 1950 Goofy cartoon Hold That Pose, in which Goofy tried to take his picture. After that, he appeared in 4 classic Donald Duck cartoons, Rugged Bear in 1953, Grin and Barrett in 1954, Barely Asleep in 1955, and Beezy Bear in 1955. Barely Asleep and Beezy Bear, I know for a fact, are on Disney Plus right now because I watched them the other day. Let's see. Disney, oh, look, Disney gave him his own series in 1955, but only 2 films resulted: Hooked Bear and In the Bag, both in 1956, before Disney discontinued making theatrical short subjects. Oh. When the shorts division closed, Humphrey was the last of only 7 Disney characters who had been given a series of their own, starring in cartoons who opened with their own logo. The 6 others were Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, Pluto, Chip and Dale, and Figaro. Really? I didn't know Figaro had his own cartoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, technically that's 7 other characters, because Chip and Dale, though a duo, are 2 separate characters. The Humphrey cartoons featured a broader, wilder style of comedy than the usual cute or coy Disney gags. Critic Leonard Maltin, he knows everything about everything, described them as belly laugh comedies that can hold their own against the best of MGM and Warner Brothers. You hear that, Bugs Bunny? You hear that? Humphrey the Bear's just as good as you. You think you're on par with Mickey. You're not. You're a rabbit that doesn't matter. Bugs. There's only one rabbit that matters, and his name is Oswald. You understand? This turned into me berating Bugs Bunny instead of... Sorry, Bugs. Very sorry. Okay. Development. The bear that would become Humphrey first appeared in 1950. The Goofy cartoon Hold That Pose. 3 years later, Donald Duck series animator Jack Hanna revived the character. There's a word before character. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna. I'm dyslexic, by the way. So me reading aloud and posting it to the internet is a big deal for me. I couldn't read aloud in class growing up, you know? So this is like, this would scare me to death to read this in front of my class in grade school, in middle school, in high school, in college, and to my kids. But for whatever reason, because I know, because there's no one actually in front of me. Today my wife realized she married a crazy person. She was looking at the episodes I've done this week, and she's like, how do you just talk for an hour? That was the way she said it. How do you just talk? She didn't say to no one. She didn't say to yourself. She said, how do you just talk for an hour? Because I grew up Catholic and I watched a priest do it. And I was like, it can be done. I could do a comedy special if I was funny. An hour-long comedy special. If I had jokes, I could do it. I have a joke. Ready? Okay. Christmas themed. It was just Christmas recently. It's not Christmas anymore, and it's probably not Christmas when you watch this later. But it is a Christmas joke. So, like I said, I grew up dyslexic. I am dyslexic. So, you know, I don't think it's something you necessarily grow out of. And being dyslexic, reading and writing, just awful. Just not a thing I could do. I was good at. My handwriting was illegible, and my spelling is atrocious. So, you know, it's a curse. But also maybe a gift, because I might be a genius as well. But yeah, you know, at Christmas, you know, you would write letters to Santa asking for gifts or whatever, and I never got anything from Santa. I would write him a letter every year. I would put to Santa and big letters, spell it out. And every Christmas morning, I didn't have any gifts from Santa, but I had a pile from Satan. Thank you. Because you're dyslexic. Because I'm dyslexic. So I thought I was writing Santa, but I wrote Satan because it's the same letters. It's not funny if you have to explain it. Anyhow, this is what Jack said. Jack Hanna. He said, "For the sake of something new, we tried the duck with a bear in Rugged Bear, and it seemed like an immediate success for them to play against each other. At the time, we had not named the bear. Later, when we started thinking of another picture for the bear, it seemed natural to be in a national forest. We again used the bear, and now he got his name of Humphrey." There you go. So Humphrey was nameless for quite a while. I'm glad he got his name. I'm glad he got, because there are a lot of background characters and characters that aren't necessarily background, but they're involved within the short as like a supporting character who I feel like are nameless. I don't know their names always. I know a lot of them, but not all of them. So I think that's a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal to get your name. Double burp. Ready? Oh, excuse me. Whew. At least I'm not like right in the mic. That'd just be rude. Humphrey's personality. Humphrey is a big, opportunistic, neurotic, and dim-witted brown bear who lives in Brownstone National Park. He is consistently trying different ways to steal food and or shelter from unsuspecting visitors, often violating the park's rules in the process. However, his habit of fulfilling his wants/needs in this manner is not entirely unjustified, as it is often shown that he is seldom rewarded when he follows the rules. Well, I guess you reward the bad kid when he does something good, so you try to convince him just to be good. And I do say him because I have one of those children. Unlike most Disney characters, Humphrey does not speak, but instead makes an assortment of inarticulate sounds to convey his emotions. Those grunts were supplied by Disney staffer Jimmy McDonald. When stricken by worry or panic, Humphrey runs desperately in place, with his feet seemingly headed in all directions. Humphrey's foil is most often Donald Duck, one of his antagonists. Otherwise, it is typically an officious park ranger voiced by Bill Thompson. And he's gonna get his own retrospective too. That park ranger. The ranger's name was never identified in the theatrical shorts, but when the films were re-edited into an hour-long Disney TV episode, he was referred to as J. Audubon Woodlore. There we go. Or J. Did I say James? It's J. Audubon Woodlore, but the J could, for all intents and purposes, stand for James, but it could be Justin. I'm going to pretend it's Justin. J. Audubon Woodlore will be getting his own retrospective. Popularity. Humphrey's popularity. It's 2 lines. It's not very popular, I guess. The films were popular in theaters, and the character was familiar enough to be included in the Mickey Mouse Club opening. Oh, he is, like the old school. The 1950s Mickey Mouse Club opening. Same with J. Audubon. They're carrying signs. They're part of the march, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Mickey Mouse Club opening. Okay, yeah. Humphrey is one of the characters who holds the trampoline and bounces Mickey Mouse in the air. Well, I was wrong. Maybe he's still holding a sign. I don't know. We should watch it. You should watch it. I don't know if I can put that on here and still, not upset the gods of videos on the internet. Later appearances. Although the series Humphrey starred in enjoyed only a short run, a later generation of Disney artists and directors remembered Humphrey fondly and cast him in episodes of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Goof Troop, Mickey Mouse Works, House of Mouse, and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's cool. Good for you, Humphrey. Humphrey returned to the screen in 3 new shorts. Donald's Grizzly Guest and Donald's Fish Fry reunite Humphrey with Donald Duck and in Hot Tub Humphrey. Humphrey is once again in the title role alongside Ranger Woodlore. Burp number 3. Excuse me. Should I just not announce them? You know what's happening. Where did I fall off? Hot Tub Humphrey, title role Woodlore. Okay. In these appearances, his vocals alternated between Frank Welker and Jim Cummings. Due to adding Humphrey to these Disney programs, he became a more current character and can be seen in more Disney-related merchandise, such as watches, cards, pens, t-shirts, and posters. In 2018, he returned in the series Legends of the Three Caballeros, where he is reimagined as a bear rug, reanimated by a magical artifact called the Spark of Life. He later made a cameo in Ralph Breaks the Internet. Oh, really? Maverick has watched that a number of times, and I have not caught Humphrey in Ralph Breaks the Internet. I'm going to have to go back and check that out. Ralph Breaks the Internet, where he is seen doing a dance and picking up trash on the floor in the background when Vanellope visits ohmydisney.com. No way. It's a callback. I don't know which short it was, but I was telling you. He had the bag, he had the stick with the nail, not the snail, and you pick up the trash and bump, bump. That's cool that they did a callback to that specifically in Ralph Breaks the Internet. Huh. He has a cameo appearance in the 2023 short film Once Upon a Studio, where he rode in an elevator to take a group photo with several other Disney characters. Not several other Disney characters, a bunch of other Disney characters. If you have not seen Once Upon a Studio, I cannot recommend that experience enough. I tear up every time, without fail, every single time. At the end, they get you. And you know who kicks it off? You know who kicks the whole thing off at the end? The rooster from Robin Hood. He starts playing his guitar, and they all start singing, and it's just like, okay. Awesome. So the rest of okay, so we're going to skip the filmography, because I feel like no, let's go over it, because there's some in there I didn't say. Okay, so Hold That Pose, 1950. Rugged Bear, 1953. Working for Peanuts, 1953. He has a cameo in that one, the Donald Duck short. Grin and Bear It, 1954. 1955, we got Barely Asleep and Beezy Bear. 56, Hooked Bear, In the Bag, which is probably that short that I'm talking about where he's picking up trash. And then Once Upon a Studio in 2023. That's his short films list. So now television, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers in 1989, in an episode called Bearing Up Baby, came out on May 14th, 1989 to be precise. Goof Troop, You Can Take It, in an episode called, it doesn't say that at all, in an episode called You Camp, Take It With You. That came out September 9th, 1992. In 1999, Mickey Mouse Works, Donald's Grizzly Guest, November 7th, 1999. Donald's Fish Fry, September 23rd, 2000. Survival of the Woodchucks, February 19th, 2000. So I wonder if they're just showing the old cartoons in Mickey's Mouse Works, because I think that's what that show was. It was like a collection of Disney shorts, but in between they would have adventures in... Oh, wait, no. That's House of Mouse. Mickey's Mouse Works was just a Mickey Mouse titled collection of Disney cartoons, I think. I could be making both those things up. Although House of Mouse in 2001, Humphrey in the House is the title of that episode. September 2nd, 2002. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. He was in Carabelle's Clubhouse Carnival, released on May 10th, 2008. Something just called Mickey Mouse. He was in The Birthday Song on November 18th, 2017. And then Springtime, with an exclamation point, released May 12th, 2018. And then The Legend of the Three Caballeros in 2018 as well. Feature films, The Ranger of Brownstone in 1968, and Ralph Breaks the Internet, his cameo in 2018. Comic book appearances. Humphrey appeared in 2 American comic stories drawn by Paul Murray in 1959 and in another one drawn by Tony Strobel? Tony Strobel. That's not an I, that's an L. Tony Strobel in 1966. Strobel also drew comic stories with Humphrey for the market outside of the U.S. or for the market outside of the U.S. The market. Most of them also featuring Grandma Duck. Don't know who that is. Who is that? Oh, looks like she's a part of the Duck Tail crew. Oh my goodness. Ed Nofziger, Nofziger, you tell me how it's pronounced, wrote scripts for many foreign market stories with Humphrey. Most of those were drawn by cartoonists of the Argentinian art studio, James Diaz Studio. Popular culture, Jack Hanna, who directed the 1950s Humphrey shorts, revived the dumb bear, in quotes, idea for Walter Lance's Fatso the Bear. Fatso. Let's try that again. Jack Hanna, who directed the 1950s Humphrey shorts, revived the quote-unquote dumb bear idea for Walter Lance's Fatso the Bear cartoons in 1960 and 1961. It would also seem probable that the Hanna-Barbera animation studio was somewhat inspired by Humphrey in his creation of the somewhat smarter Yogi Bear. I don't know, man. I don't see a real correlation between Humphrey the Bear and Yogi Bear. I guess if Humphrey had a baby with Fred Flintstone, then you get Yogi. Because Yogi's way more Fred Flintstone-y. He just happens to be a bear, I think. Well, he definitely happens to be a bear, but I think he's much more related to like a Fred Flintstone type character. Ooh, hey, boo boo. Yeah, come on, dude. It's not Humphrey. Bonk. Let's see. Yogi Bear from 1958, who lives at Jellystone Park, begs, steals, and plays tricks to steal picnic baskets from campers and is constantly on the lookout for Ranger Smith. I mean, I guess that could be derived from the relationship with Humphrey and Woodlore, but I mean, I kind of think it's just very stereotypical and expected that a bear would be trying to dodge a park ranger and trying to steal food, and I think that's just kind of a common sense trope. Humphrey is currently the spokes character. Look at this. Remember what I said earlier? I was wrong, and I'm happy I'm wrong. Humphrey is currently the spokes character for Disney's Wilderness Lodge Resort at Walt Disney World in Florida. He is featured on the totem pole in the lobby alongside Mickey, Donald Duck, and Goofy. His merchandise is featured in the Briar Patch in Magic Kingdom. Well, that's no longer true. I don't believe the Briar Patch is in Magic Kingdom anymore. I believe that was turned into like Critter Corner or something like that. It's a Tiana's Bayou Adventure gift shop now. It's no longer a Splash Mountain gift shop. So the Briar Patch has nothing to do with nothing at Magic Kingdom and Disneyland, but still in Disneyland Tokyo, I believe. They still have the OG Splash Mountain. Well, there we go, guys. There we go. Everything you didn't know, you wanted to know about Humphrey the Bear. And I know you wanted to know it because I wanted to know it. And we're the same, me and you. Not entirely. Well, cool. Quick little banger. Quick little Retrospective podcast on Humphrey the Bear. Let's just double check. If there's anything else out there worth including here that isn't just repeating ourselves, because this is Disney Wiki. Let's see. A lot of times the wiki is just a reiteration of what you can find on Wikipedia. Humphrey began his career. Hold that pose. Yep. We know. Two more. In this cartoon, Goofy decides to be a photographer. He tries to take his picture, goes to the park to photograph a bear that refuses to be in the camera. The rest of the cartoon centers around Goofy and the bear at wits. In the end, Humphrey prevails. Okay. Got some of his other appearances. Louis the Mountain Lion appeared in Bearing Up Baby with Humphrey in that Rescue Rangers cartoon. The Goof Troop one, Humphrey appears in the episode You Can't Take It With You as a father who is searching for his lost cub. The cub is out with Max and PJ, and Humphrey soon reunites with his child. So these are just like descriptions of the episodes he was in. That's pretty cool. There we go. I mean, I think Humphrey is an outstanding character, and I'm really happy that they do actually use him at Wilderness Lodge, because it just seems like a no-brainer. But they're not using him in Disneyland at the Grand Californian. That is what that's called, right? Let's see. The Grand Californian Hotel Disneyland. Yep, that's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of. All right. Cool. The Wonderful World of Disney. Humphrey made several appearances in Walt Disney's anthology series. In Duck Flies Coop, Donald quits Disney Studios to seek adventure in the great outdoors. His travels lead him to Brownstone National Park, where he attempts to find peace within Mother Nature. He instead finds himself in trouble with Humphrey, Chip, and Dale. Even more so when Ranger Woodlore fakes an injury to transfer park duties onto Donald. The cartoons used in the episode are Grin and Barrett, Barely Asleep, and Rugged Bear. Okay. Rugged Bear. Oh no, it's not Rugged Bear. It's Rugged Bear. Hopefully I got that right. Okay. There might be a little more to it. So let's go through a little more of these, because I don't recall seeing on Wikipedia. Humphrey can be seen with a crowd of Disney characters at the finale of the Walt Disney Presents episode, This Is Your Life, Donald Duck. Humphrey makes a cameo appearance at the end of the Wonderful World of Color episode, A Square Peg in a Round Hole. Having spotted Ludwig von Drake, who will also be getting a retrospective, tearing up his notes and throwing them on the ground, the bear standing next to the trash can growls at the professor for his littering and hands him a poker and bag with which for Von Drake to clean up the mess he had made. The bag and the stick, man. The bag and the stick are very... It's like... It's Thor's hammer for Humphrey. In the episode Ranger of Brownstone, chronicles the opening of Brownstone National Park under Ranger Woodlore's authority. Woodlore's preparations are continuously disrupted by Humphrey's antics. However, as illustrated in the cartoon Grin and Barrett, in the bag, Hooked Bear, Rugged Bear, Beezy Bear, and Barely Asleep. Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Humphrey alongside Louis the Mountain Lion appear in the episode Bearing Up Baby, where he watches over a young boy named Jeremy along with the rescue rangers. After the baby boy is safe, Humphrey is attacked by hunters, but is soon rescued by the rangers. This marks the final time Jimmy McDonald provides Humphrey's voice before his death in 1991. He is also given the ability to speak in that episode. Okay, so we really should be looking at both. I'm gonna start having AI compile things using like source materials. We did the Goof Troop one. Mickey's Mouse Works. Humphrey returned to the screen in 3 new shorts. Donald's Grizzly Guest and Donald's Fish Fry reunite. Okay, we went over that. Hot Tub Humphrey, where he tries to take a bath in Ranger Woodlore's hot tub due to the lake being too cold. Ha, bunny. In Donald's Fish Fry, Humphrey grows tired of his leaky cave and takes up residence in Donald's RV. Is that the Fish Fry one? Oh no, that's Donald's Grizzly Guest. In the latter, so that one's Donald's Fish Fry. In anticipation for winter, Humphrey tries to steal Donald's fish as a means of food supply. Got it. Humphrey in House of Mouse. Humphrey's largest role in the episode Humphrey in the House. In the episode, the magic brooms are on vacation and the club is a mess. Minnie hires Humphrey and the other Brownstone Park bears to tidy things up, but Humphrey uses the time to swipe food from other guests. An enraged Donald manages to stop Humphrey, only to tear the bag, making a huge mess. And Ranger Woodlore scolds Humphrey for the big mess he made. Because of this, when the magic brooms return, Humphrey is denied a picnic lunch, unlike the other bears who are going back to the park, and Woodlore forces him to stay behind to clean up his big mess as punishment for his misbehavior and actions, much to Humphrey's dismay. After Humphrey stops cleaning, one of the magic brooms force him to continue cleaning up. In Goofy's menu magic, he is shown to be more than excited to hear that the evening is all about food. Okay, here. In Mickey's Magical Christmas, snowed in at the House of Mouse, Humphrey is one of the many Disney character guests to be trapped inside on Christmas Eve. Humphrey also appears celebrating the defeat of the Disney villains at the end of Mickey's House of Villains. Mickey Mouse. In the episode The Birthday Song, Humphrey is one of the guests at Mickey's birthday bash. Humphrey also appeared in Springtime as one of the woodland creatures. During Pete's rampage, Humphrey is frozen in place while trying to escape. The Legend of the Three Caballeros and the animated series Bear Rug, as Humphrey is named here, appears as a bearskin rug, harkening back to his role in Rugged Bear in Clinton Coote's cabana, in Mount Rushmore for Less. The Caballeros became the guardians of the Spark of Life, an ancient artifact with the power to animate objects. Donald hides the spark inside the bear rug, inadvertently granting it life. Bear Rug immediately runs loose around New Quackmore in search of food, with Donald, Jose Carioca, and Panchito Pistoles in pursuit. Eventually, the villains, Baron von Sledgoose and Lord Feldrake Shieldgoose, catch wind of the spark's presence within the bear and attempt to capture him. When they are foiled by the Caballeros, Feldrake tries to destroy them, but is foiled by the fumbling Bear Rug. Back at the cabana, the caballeros contemplate extracting the spark of life from the bear rug, but choose not to, as thanks to the bear for saving their lives. Bear rug remains as a supporting character in the remainder of the series. Becoming particularly good friends with Ari. So they just called him Bear Rug in that, huh? They didn't want to call him Humphrey. In the wonderful world of Mickey Mouse, Humphrey makes a cameo appearance in Cheese Wranglers, where he takes cover from a rainstorm with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy during the Wranglers Code song. He additionally appears in the wonderful spring of Mickey Mouse, emerging from a cave with Goofy following the end of the winter season. In the wonderful autumn of Mickey Mouse, Humphrey and the Brownstone Bears put on a vaudeville-style show detailing the history of the town. Humphrey stands out during the performance by wearing a Mouseketeer hat. That's cool. Later on in the special, Humphrey and the Ranger are eaten up by a pumpkin monster that had accidentally been created by Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. He and the other townsfolk are rescued by Mickey shortly thereafter. Well, that's fun. We talked about him in the Mickey Mouse intro, holding the trampoline. Humphrey appeared in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse episode, Clarabelle's Clubhouse Carnival, where he is a part of Pete's carnival game, Guess Pete's Weight. When Minnie takes a turn, it is revealed that Pete and Humphrey weigh the same. Humphrey appears as an anthropomorphic background character in Minnie's Bow Tunes, wearing clothing and living in the town in which the show takes place. Wow. Humphrey got some clothes in that one. I've never heard of Minnie's Bow Tunes. We talked about his appearance in Ralph Breaks the Internet and in Once Upon a Studio. Video games. Humphrey appears briefly in this. Donald Duck Goin' Quackers is a video game, apparently. Humphrey appears briefly in this video game before he is replaced by Bernadette the Chicken in the Ducky Mountain level. Humphrey himself appears as the chaser in Ducky Mountain's bonus level. Disney Speedstorm is another game, I guess, apparently. Wow. In Disney Speedstorm, Humphrey appears as a rare crew member in the Mickey and Friends collection. Added during Season 2 to Infinity and Beyond, Humphrey sports a black and white color scheme to match the two accompanying mid-season racers, Steamboat Willie and Steamboat Pete, when equipped. Humphrey improves the racer's acceleration, combat, and boost stats, and increases the power of the bomb skill. Humphrey, as well as any other crew member introduced alongside Steamboat Willie and Steamboat Pete, is currently only available through limited time special events alongside the two Steamboat Willie characters. Disney parks. Okay. Here, look, Disneyland Resort. Humphrey and Woodlore appear on a fire danger sign in the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail and on body dryers near the exit of Grizzly River at Disney's California Adventure. Oh, that's cool. During the 2015 renovation of the former Condor Flats into Grizzly Peak airfield, the fly-in and buy-in gift shop was named Humphrey's, with Humphrey's face appearing on the penetrating sign by the entrance. Oh, well, that's interesting. And that's not Disneyland then, or Disneyland Resort. Okay, that's California Adventure, specifically the park. Disney Wilderness Lodge. Disney World, Humphrey's likeness can be found in Disney's Wilderness Lodge, which holds Humphrey as their mascot. Very cool. In the hotel, he is featured on the totem pole. Okay, we talked about that. Lodge legend has it that when one rubs the nose of the Humphrey portion of the totem pole, it will ensure a magical vacation. He also appears in some Animal Kingdom and Frontierland merchandise. Also very cool. So I guess when you go to Disney World, make sure you stop by the Wilderness Lodge and give the Humphrey portion of the totem pole a nose rub. That's fascinating, and our family is going to start doing that. That's a cool tradition to do to kick off your vacation. That's really cool. Wow, that's really really fun. In 2012, Humphrey appeared on a poster in the Storybook Circus section of the Magic Kingdom's New Fantasyland. His likeness is also featured on the signage above the Big Top Treats Candy Kitchen inside Big Top Souvenirs. Oh, well, it gives us something else to look for. That's very, very neat, too. Huh. Okay. All right. Now, for realsies, that kind of brings us to the end of it. That's cool. I'm glad we checked the Disney Wiki, because we would have missed out on some very fun additional information to Humphrey. But with all that being said, as always, this show is brought to you by Legacy Club Clothing. Go to leallegacy.com or legacyclubclo.com to pick yourself up something nice, something fancy, something cozy for these winter months, or something airy for the summer months. I don't know. Go check it out. We got a lot of cool Disney-inspired designs in our Disnerd collection. And then we utilize our own Disney-esque, Disney-inspired type characters and imagery that are just like our logos and stuff. You can find various limited edition color patterns, or just patterns in general, like on our fists, our legacy fists, our glove fists. You can find that in various patterns. Right now we're featuring a buffalo plaid version, so we got buffalo plaid on all your favorite iconic Leal legacy imagery, iconography, either one. Also, at leallegacy.com, you can scope out over 400 classic cartoon commentaries and me providing commentary over some of your favorite Disney animated feature films. Then, aside from that, we have watch-along podcasts where the commentary isn't done over the film itself. So we have the commentaries, like you can watch Snow White with my commentary directly over the film, or watch-alongs where we simultaneously hit play and you watch the film and hear me in your head. So we have both available for you. The watch-alongs go through Sleeping Beauty, I believe, at this moment, and then the commentaries for the feature films go through Fantasia. So I got a lot to do ahead of me, and I will get through them all. Check out our other channels that you can also find at leallegacy.com, our Legacy of Leal family vlog channel, where you can join us on like our Disney adventures and, experience the park with us. And then you can also see the parks through our eyes at our Legacy View channel, which doesn't have any sort of commentary or any sort of vlogginess. It's just a vibey channel where you can get firsthand POV experiences of all the Disney rides at the parks, or just walking through the parks. You know what I mean? So we got a lot available for you. And Leal Legacy Gaming, where Bane streams my son Bane, he streams all his video game playthroughs there. And you can also find that at leallegacy.com. Daily updates, so join our mailing list so you never miss an update, a new episode, new Legacy Club clothing merchandise, and it's just, if you want to be in the know for Leal Legacy, leallegacy.com is where you want to go and join our mailing list. Much appreciated if you subscribe, leave a comment, leave a rating across all your favorite social media platforms, or on YouTube or on Rumble or wherever you're watching and taking in our content. Leave a review, interact, comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss anything. They're not really throwing this podcast into people's for you sections just yet, but the more interaction these episodes get, the more likely that will happen, and the more likely we'll have more friends taking it all in with us. That all to be said, enjoy our original Legacy Club theme song. Until next time, thanks for being a friend and telling a friend. See ya.
Gather round, it's time to see a place where dreams turn legacy. Friends and laughter every day, building memories in our own way. From the old school ties to the brand new rise, we're living life and reaching for the skies. Legacy Club, where we belong, with heart and soul we're going strong. Together we shine in every rhyme, making our mark one step at a time. Through the highs and all the lows, together here the friendship grows. Sharing stories, wisdom too. In the Legacy Club, it's me and you. From the past we learn, to the future we turn. In this club of life, there's so much to learn. Legacy Club, where we belong, with heart and soul we're going strong. Together we shine in every rhyme, making our mark one step at a time. Hand in hand we face the day, in this club come what may. With every chapter we grow bright. Legacy Club, we're a guiding light. Legacy Club, where we belong, with heart and soul we're going strong. Together we shine in every rhyme, making our mark one step at a time. Legacy Club, where we belong, with heart and soul we're going strong. Together we shine in every rhyme, making our mark one step at a time. Legacy Club will always find a place in the heart, a love so kind. Gather round, it's time to see a place where dreams turn legacy. Friends and